In 2019, I was hunting for my property and my main target is Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy is a strata landed in Yishun, the cheapest in Singapore. I was very serious into buying this strata landed and I had 5 viewings on site and I make offers for all. But in late 2020, I actually bought this penthouse. This penthouse is one Canberra, which is an EC that just MOP. It is also in Yishun, and I bought it for $1.5 million. With that same budget, I can actually also buy Shaughnessy. But do note that these prices are in late 2020, where just before the price rocket up. So 2 reasons why I want to do this video. One is that I did many research on Shaughnessy. I've seen many listings, so I want to share all that I know, reasons why I like and what I don't like. The second reason is actually more of a trigger from a recent YouTube video. So let's watch 1 minute of that video, which is a great introduction of Shaughnessy. Let me show you.
Now this is the Shaughnessy 3,714 square feet below the $2 million bandwidth, all in all 5 levels for the family. Just have a look at how this is designed. Beautiful, wow. Neutral, wow. For the property for us today for this strata landed home tour, let's go. Every unit right here out of 254 units, these are all strata cluster houses, and every strata house have a total of 5 levels, which made up of the basement level, 3 levels in the middle, and the roof terrace level. So this particular strata house, 3,714 square feet, a total of 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 2 private parking lots. They also have a nice front and backyard, dry and wet kitchen, and renovation right here is less than 4 years old, done in 2017. A total of about $200,000 has been pumped into the renovation. So a little bit about Shaughnessy.
Okay, awesome video. Yes, this is by the Property Link brothers. Only they can shoot something so beautiful. So if you don't know about strata landed or cluster house, they are a breed of landed but with condo facilities. And also they are just 99 years lease. I like that because there's swimming pool, there's gym, there's tennis court, etc. that I would love to have to use. Oh, and anyway, their playground is so nice that my kids, they love this. But let's take a look at the prices of Shaughnessy and the nearby condos. Okay.
It's almost very difficult to find a size like this at a $535 per square foot. So the asking price for this house is $1.99 million. Vis-a-vis the 3,714 square feet, that brings us to $535 per square foot. Is the lowest per square foot right here if you're looking for strata housing, because the very fact that D27 is also performing pretty well over the past years. Just have a look at how North Park Residences, that's already doing it at about 1,006 plus per square foot. Of course, that's an integrated project. Integrated projects are usually higher in terms of PSF due to its convenience. But to get a 4-bedder right there is at least a $2.2 to $2.4 million, 1,006 plus per square foot. If we flip over and have a look at just within us in this enclave right here, I compare with the other 4 projects around us. These are great projects as well. Signature, Criterion, you have Skies Matonia, you have Matonia Residence. To get a big unit with at least 2,000 plus square feet, there are some very beautiful penthouses at Skies Matonia going at.
Okay, so this unit at Shaughnessy is sold at $1.99 million, and Melvin is trying to compare to the other nearby projects. So there are ECs around it, condos, new condos, and all of them are newer than the Shaughnessy. In fact, when Shaughnessy was first built here, right, they are in a no man's land. It's at the outskirts of Yishun, and then all these condos and HDB started to build around it. So one thing is that it's not very, you're not comparing Apple to Apple and you're comparing Shaughnessy to all these condo. If you're comparing to penthouse, it's slightly nearer but still not Apple to Apple. But at least in terms of the size wise, it's much closer. For example, my penthouse is 2,200 square feet, and then like Shaughnessy, it can range from 3,400 to 3,900. It will be more meaningful if we compare recent transaction. So since this is sold, it's sold at $1.99 million, Shaughnessy. Let's also take a look at, not around here, but in my estates, which I think is even more value for money. It's called One Canberra. And I know that recently my neighbor sold their unit. So let's take a look how we can find out that. It's not very hard, right? So let's take a look. Let me zoom in a bit more. So this is One Canberra. Also, yeah, my neighbor just sold September recently at $1.94 million. So Shaughnessy 1.99, One Canberra 1.94. This is penthouse, 2,347 square feet. So you see, with the same budget, you can get a penthouse. And if I were to advise, it is the same situation as when I was buying. You could either buy a strata landed, or let's say this EC, which is only 5 years old. Let me now show you my spreadsheet, which I created when I was doing research for all those condo that I was looking into. And a lot was on Shaughnessy. So in fact, on this sheet alone, it has all the listings that I've seen and all those visits, all those house visits that I've went to. So one interesting thing is that I have this table, this Shaughnessy 99, because I actually copied these past transactions from 99.co. Okay, so if you go to 99.co, you usually will see this transaction history and they'll tell you the prices, including the block and unit. But somehow I realize now they don't show the block and unit. I happen to copy all of them, so probably I'll share this sheet in case you are interested. And the good thing about 99.co is that their history goes far back. They have the whole history. Unlike Property Guru, they also have the same insights, but they only give as far back as maybe 10 years ago. But now the good thing is that in Property Guru, they still have the block number. So this block actually is the unit number for lenders. So another trick is that usually, right, when you go to a listings, they would tell you which unit. But what I will do is that I'll try to look at the floor area, like this one, 3714. Okay, anyway, this is the exact listings that the Property Lim Brothers are selling. So I'll look at the square feet, 3714. I will go to my sheet, this one. I'll search for 3714. And you see, as I search for it, right, I would always come up with this unit 192. Unit 192. Okay, in 2006 is when they bought it from the developer, so the price is $860. Then in 2012 they sold it, wow, 1.52. Then 2017 they sold it again and $1.5 million. So actually in 2017 it was sold at a loss. So this owner who now sold it in 2021 is actually making a good profit. But one thing that you'll realize that this unit 192, right, has changed hands so many times. So the person who bought this unit from Property Lim Brothers is actually the fourth owner. So I can double confirm this is unit 192 because, let's look at the video, let me show you.
It's internally towards the pool.
See? 192. So in total, I had 5 viewings. I offered every house that I viewed because I believe every house has a value. I rather offer something than keep quiet and as if I go there to visit for fun. So here I want to just highlight one unit. This is unit number 44 that I visited. I think one of the cons for this unit is really the unit number 44. So for Chinese, it's not a very auspicious number. I actually do offer lower partly because of the number, even though I don't believe in this kind of numbers and stuff. So for that, let me show you a video which a wise man once said.
Look, I'm a pragmatic, practical fellow. I do not believe in horoscopes. I do not believe in feng shui. I'm not superstitious about numbers. But if you have a house which other people think is disadvantage feng shui in numbers. And when you buy it, you must consider that when you resell. No.
Okay, so basically that's the same thing. Even if you don't, if 44 doesn't affect me, but next time if I were to sell it to another person, they will actually be affected and then they will actually offer lower. So it does have an effect on prices. So in early 2020, they actually listed it at $1.6 million. Then after that, they reduced it. By the time I visited, it was actually $1.545 million. And finally, when they were sold, right, they sold it in October 2020. So they took I think 1 year before they sell it, and it is at $1.46 million. So this is just one example. I have many others. Whatever price they asked for and whatever price they sold, you realize that there's always possible to ask for a discount. Let me show you the other resources I have. So as I was planning, I also have this location map. I will know all the units that are selling, like know where they are, know where is north, so where is the east west sun. So let's say if I have to buy this 19, this unit 192 here, yeah. So 192 is actually it's between a corner unit, and just from this map alone, I need to be careful about how bright, how dark it is. So I also do all the research. I'll look at the price trend. 2017, right? The property is actually selling lower in that few years between 2014 to 2017. Let me now tell you why I ended up not buying Shaughnessy. Of course, that also means I think that one Canberra has more value. But Shaughnessy itself has some hurdle, and the biggest of which is the stairs. There are 5 stories. That means you have to climb 4 flights of stairs from basement to the rooftop. Since I wanted to stay with my parents, who are now 70 years old, this is a big hurdle. So if they were to climb to their bedroom, which is at level 2, so if you take the car, you park at basement, you have to climb 2 flights of stairs before you reach level 2. And that is not going to be easy for the elderly to do every day. For like my dad, sometimes there's feng shui, so he'll be painful even when he walks. And down the road, what if any of us is wheelchair bound? Then that will be even harder to move around. You might be asking then, what about getting a landed with lift? And I think lift is a dilemma, because with lift, that means you need to have this extra maintenance, and it costs around $100 a month to maintain. And then you have to remember that lift take up space every floor. So you have lift and you have the stairs. All these take up the usable space. Since I moved in, now on average every day I climb 14 floors. And before that I used to climb only 5. So when I compare the future value, and if you think about lease decay and stuff, Shaughnessy TOP in 2006, but the lease actually starts in 2001. They took actually a very long time to build. They are left with 80 years now. Compared to one Canberra, the lease is started at 2012, so it has 91 years. That is 11 years more. Moreover, if you think about it, EC at their 10th year, they can sell to foreigners, and that will unlock more value. I'm buying to stay long term. I always say don't buy for investment. But then one must always plan for the exit plans, those what if movements. And you think about it, you have to think about which one is easier to sell 10 years later. The next thing is maintenance fee. So Shaughnessy maintenance is $500. So for one Canberra, I'm paying $400. I think it's not bad, $500 a month for that strata landed. But when you think about you can save $100 a month, it can actually mean quite a lot. You can buy whatever stuff. Then lastly, let's talk about location. For that, I have to show you a map. Okay, so let me show you where Shaughnessy is first. That is Shaughnessy. It is at the outskirts of Yishun. It's nearer to the expressway. You can see TPE here, or CTE. It is also beside the Orchid Country Club with the golf course. So it is like a very quiet village with, I think, probably good air and probably cooler since it's nearer to the Seletar reservoir. So largely location wise it is good. The only cons is that it's not near to MRT. So Cathay MRT is somewhere here and then Yishun is much more north. So it's not walkable, and that is a con to me even though I drive. If for people who are driving, it's actually very good because it's very easy to get to expressway. You can either go here and you reach this road and you take CTE, or you can take the other way to TPE. But then I have kids and I want them to be able to take MRT themselves later on. Shaughnessy is less convenient. Compared to here, one Canberra, they can walk to the Canberra MRT station in about 5 minutes. Oh, but then another good thing about Shaughnessy is that it's within 1K of Northland Primary School, which is a very good school in Yishun. But too bad I couldn't even become their parent volunteer. And then another thing is that if you look at it, right, there's actually quite a lot of potential. Orchid Country Club is this big piece with the golf course. And in 2030, it is already announced that Orchid Country Club, they will not have this land being renewed when it comes to 2030. So the government will take back and then redevelop it for something else. In fact, I was thinking that it will actually be more exciting if they not renew it in 2020, so that they can develop this. And then one thing that I know they always said they wanted to build is they wanted to build a road here and link it to the expressway. And with that, right, if then they develop the surrounding area, who knows, no, they might reconsider the Disneyland plan again. So I have come to the end of this sharing. Yeah, there's so much research that I did for Shaughnessy which I could not have covered fully in this video. So I'll put up the rest of the stuff and resources in my blog. One key takeaway from my property hunting is that I take time to research and I visit the house. In fact, I gave myself up to 2 years to find the desired one. I realized the more houses I see, the more I know what I like. But to be more precise, it is what my family like and don't like. So good luck, don't FOMO, and keep your options open.